So just a quick chat today on acute chest pain, cardiac chest pain. So it's become a thing, or it's a thing that I've seen a lot during my career in the emergency services, and I've spoken to a lot of guys on building sites and in construction and in that industry who have had issues with the same thing. So what have I found over the years? Over the years, when I arrive in people's homes, particularly males, over the ages of 55, 60 or so, who are having acute chest pain, or myocardial infarctions, heart attacks. They're having a blockage in an artery or one of the branches of their artery that coat outside of their heart. And if this isn't addressed quickly, usually within an hour, we have about 65 to 70% of people who present with acute chest pain will cardiac arrest within an hour. So what do we need people to do, or what do we need men to do? We need them when they get this acute chest pain, or when they get this pain in their chest, that they recognize what it is immediately. They don't mistake it for indigestion. That's not what it is, and it doesn't feel the same. They need to make the call to the ambulance service, and they need to get the ambulance service to them ASAP. When the ambulance service arrives to you, the modern ambulance service arrives to you with 12 lead ECG and all the tests and drugs necessary to sustain you and get you to hospital and discover what the problem is. Pretending that the problem isn't there, or making excuses for not going to hospital, like, yeah, I know, I'm going to have to wait in this place for hours, or I'm not going to come out of it if I go into it. They're not valid excuses. Modern day ambulance may not even take you to an A&E, may not even take you to an A&E hospital. It may take you to a centre where they do surgery on you nearly almost immediately, and can put stents into your heart almost immediately. Literally, while we take you from our stretcher to their bed, it can be done within half an hour. So the day for hanging around and not recognising what's actually going on, that day is gone, and it's a fatal error to make. When you have chest pain, one of the first things we give you is aspirin, an aspirin at 300 milligrams. And what that does is it stops your red blood cells sticking together. And if it stops it or slows down the process of your red blood sticking together, it means that the clotting process is slowed down, and it buys you more time to get to hospital. If the clotting process isn't slowed down and the clot forms inside the artery where it perceives there's a problem, it blocks up the rest of the artery. You get no blood beyond the blockage, and the heart tissue dies. And then, worst case scenario, you go into ventricular fibrillation, or your heart goes into what looks like a spasm. When that happens, you are reliant on a few things: someone finding you, knowing what to do, ringing the ambulance, starting CPR, getting a defibrillator, shocking you, the ambulance arriving on time, prompt, running through their procedures, getting you to hospital, and all of the rehab goes with it just to survive. And the chances of that survival is 4 to 7%, and around 10% in the UK. There's about 30,000 out of hospital cardiac arrests in the UK, and there's about 5,500 out of hospital cardiac arrests in Ireland. It is a thing. Don't get fooled by this chest pain, and don't get fooled by the thoughts in your head about not having to go to the hospital. Get there, get sorted, and live the rest of your life. Okay, thank you.